Welcome to my channel, everyone. I'm your host today, and I want to take you on a journey that's as heartbreaking as it is infuriating. If you're someone who's ever felt betrayed by the people closest to you, this story might hit close to home. And if you're new here, please subscribe before we dive in. There are many more stories like this one waiting for you. It all started 5 years ago when I was engaged to a man named Mark. We were planning our future together, excited about the life we'd build as husband and wife. But then came Kelly, my stepsister, whom I thought was like family. Our families had always been close, but little did I know that beneath the surface of those warm dinners and family gatherings lurked a secret far more sinister than any of us could have imagined. One day, out of nowhere, Mark broke off our engagement. He said it wasn't me. There were no red flags in our relationship. But what he didn't say was that Kelly had been pursuing him for months behind my back. She was someone who always seemed to be in the shadows, but suddenly she became the center of everyone's attention. Can you imagine finding out your fiancé has been involved with your stepsister? I couldn't believe it when Mark confessed everything to me over a cup of coffee at our favorite cafe. He looked so ashamed and heartbroken as he explained how Kelly had convinced him that they were meant to be together, even though we'd been happy. But the betrayal didn't end there. Not only did Mark admit his mistake, but soon after, it came out that he was going to marry Kelly. My world shattered into a million pieces. How could this happen? How could someone I trusted so deeply do something like this? In those dark days following the breakup, all I wanted was for my family to be there for me. But instead of support and understanding, they dismissed my feelings. "It happens," my mom said, trying to brush it off as if losing your fiancé isn't a devastating blow. They're happy together now. My stepdad just shrugged his shoulders and said, "Love is complicated." Love may be complicated, but that doesn't make the hurt any less real. For months after the breakup, I was stuck in a fog of confusion and anger. Everywhere I turned, there they were, Mark and Kelly, flaunting their happiness like it wasn't built on lies and deception. As time went by, I thought things might get better. Maybe my family would see that what happened to me wasn't just some passing moment, but something deeply painful that had long-lasting effects. I found someone else. A wonderful man who loved and supported me through everything. We're expecting our first child together now, but even that hasn't changed my family's attitude toward the past betrayal. They see our happiness as proof that time heals all wounds, but they don't understand how their actions have left scars that won't fade. The most recent episode of this saga happened just a few weeks ago when I got an unexpected call from my mom. She wanted to know if I was pregnant, and she sounded so excited about the prospect of becoming a grandmother again. The irony is that her other daughter has already given her 2 granddaughters through adoption, but she barely tries to bond with them. When she finally found out about our baby, it felt like another punch in the gut. Now every family member I thought was long gone is trying to reach out and reconnect, as if nothing happened 5 years ago. They tell me to move on, that what's done is done, but how can you just forget something so hurtful? My stepdad even had the audacity to lecture me about moving on when he barely acknowledged my pain in the first place. He said love works in mysterious ways and sometimes people just can't help themselves. But what about the person left behind? What about the one who's heartbroken and betrayed by someone they trusted? The worst part is knowing that Mark and Kelly aren't even as happy as everyone thinks they are. My sister, who's close to them both, confided in me recently that there are serious issues between them. They fight constantly and my siblings all hate him but pretend otherwise for Kelly's sake. So here I am, with a new family of my own, trying to navigate the old one without letting their past hurt come back to haunt us again. But it feels impossible when they keep pushing me to forgive something that was never acknowledged in the first place. How do you tell people who've dismissed your pain for so long that you're not ready to let go? How do you make them understand that some things are unforgivable, no matter how much time passes? I'm at a crossroads now. Do I continue trying to mend relationships with people who have shown me they don't care about my feelings? Or do I cut ties completely and start anew without the burden of their betrayal hanging over us? What would you do in this situation? Are there any steps left for me to take that might help heal these wounds once and for all? Thanks so much for listening today. If you're watching because you felt similar pain, or if you know someone who has, please share your thoughts below. Let's support each other through the challenges of family dynamics and healing from betrayal. Remember, it's okay to take time to process your emotions and decide what's best for you. And don't forget to check out my social media handles linked in this video if you want more updates on this journey or any similar topics that resonate with you. Thanks again for being here today. Until next time, stay strong and keep moving forward. And don't forget to share your own experiences in the comments below. We're all in this together.